guys, how's it going? So today I wanted to cover something other than what we typically do, which is Procreate, and show you guys an app that I really like that I think will be really helpful for you guys and how to use it. So this app is called Art Pose. I have a male and female version. I'm just going to go with the standard version for now. Open it up, and basically what this is it's a reference model that you can pose however you want. I'm using this on the iPad Pro. You can get it on an iPhone as well or any other iPad product. So I'm just going to go over all the features and how it works basically. So over here on the left, we have our muscle slider. So if we want our model to be really skinny or really muscular, we can adjust that very easily. And all of these controls are exactly the same for the female model as well. So changing this will slide the muscle mass. If you tap on this little muscle icon up here, it'll change whether or not it's just a grayscale model, or if you can see the red muscle fibers underneath, or if you want it to be gray. If you're doing something anatomical, I guess you could go with the muscle. Typically, I tend to just leave it like this. Okay. If we click over here, we can zoom in and zoom out. Okay. And if we tap on the screen with our finger and slide it around, I have one finger right now. I can move this around and look at it from any angle. Okay. If we use two fingers and hold it down, we can pan the camera. Okay. So this is rotate, this is pan. Okay. Two fingers pan, one finger rotate. Okay. And right now you can see we're in the camera mode, right? We have this camera in the bottom left selected. Okay, that means we're in camera mode. Now, say we want to change the pose. If I click on the bottom right on this icon, it's going to open up our pose module. So if I click on one of these dots, let's say click on this green one, well, it turns green when you click on it in his abdomen. If I tap with one finger, I can twist and move around that axis. Okay. And if I just, in the bottom left next to the camera, there's these back and forward arrows. You can use those to go back and forth to reset and undo your actions. Now if we tap on that same one and use two fingers, it will only move along the X or Y axis, whichever way the camera is positioned. So right now I'm using two fingers, and no matter where I move it on my screen, it's not going to move. So if we try it on a different one, two fingers, it's going to twist it like that. If I use one finger, I can move it all around however I want. Okay? So let's say we want to try this, we can move it over here, and then we try clicking on this one. It'll still stay locked into that, so it doesn't move around. Okay? So we'll go back to our poses. If we click on it again, so once we've clicked on the poses, we click on this little armature, the body right here, and it has a bunch of preset poses, okay? Tons of them. And for the boy and girl program, they're the same poses. They don't really differentiate. They're just the same all the way through. So you can flip through here, find one that best suits what you're looking for. Let's go with, I think this one looks cool. Let's go with this one. Like I said, if you click through here, there's a whole bunch. So I'm gonna go with this one. And I want him to be, I mean, I like the pose, but I think maybe I want to switch it up a little bit, push it a little bit. So I'm going to try moving some of these things around. I'm going to bring his knee up, and by using two fingers I can rotate this. I'm going to use two fingers to rotate it. Click on this knee joint and bring it back a little bit. Okay. Move this foot joint down. Okay. I just really want to push this pose even farther than what it already is. Alright, and then we'll go back to this arm, and let's move it back a little bit. Do we want his, yeah, that looks good. I like that. Maybe he has a sword in that hand, okay? And doing this, we can get this to wherever we want, right? Moving this around, we can get all of this facing whatever direction, whatever pose it is you're looking for, which is pretty amazing. Okay, this gives us a lot of versatility, and essentially gives you a model that you can use for reference right in your home. Okay, so these hand buttons, if we click on these hands, it will change whatever position the hands are in, and you can do each one individually. So let's say this one I want him to be doing the hang loose symbol, and this one we just want thumbs up. Or is that the hang loose symbol as well? Nope, it's thumbs up. Okay. So we could do that, and then maybe I want to beef them up a little bit. We can do that as well. Okay. So let's look at some of the other options we have. If we were to click on this button on the right, this arrow, it would save this pose for us. And if we were to come over to the left, we can find ones that we already have saved. So I'm going to save this one to number 2, and we're going to call it hang loose. Okay. And then if I come over here, I can load any one of these. So I have this guy, but he was supposed to be a zombie, so he's going to be really skinny, right? So I have this pose that I created, and if I come over here and click on this one, I can change it back to hang loose, and you will have to change the muscle mass back and forth. It doesn't save that. It just saves the pose, okay? So a few other options it has. If you want to, let's cover this first. If we go in the top left, it has this light bulb. If you click on that light bulb, it's going to have some other options we can play with. Now, it has a standard default lighting, but if you tap with one finger on the screen and drag your finger around, you'll be able to change the direction that the light is coming from. Okay, and just like with everything else, if we click this back arrow that's at the bottom of this menu that we've opened up, it'll just take us back to whatever we were at before. Okay. So, let's get this lighting we like. Okay. We can also change the color of the light by sliding these sliders, right? And this is going to adjust what color our light source is. And then you can see right now next to the green swatch that we have this ball that's selected. This is our main light source. If we click on the other ball, it's going to choose our secondary light source, which we can also adjust. And using our brightness meter down at the very bottom, we can adjust how bright that light source is as well. So I'm going to bring this all the way down. I want to have red, and then for the main light source, let's do like a blue color. Okay. And so with this one selected, I can move my blue light around, and then with my red light selected, I can move that around as well. Okay. So I like this underlit thing. I think it looks really cool. Now let's say we want to mess around with some things. If we want to add hair, we can. They have a couple hair selections. Probably best to just draw your own hair in my opinion, but if you really want to, you could use this. They also have some beards and different types of facial hair you can add. And then also we have this mode, which kind of, I guess it's sort of supposed to make it look comic booky, right? In case you're drawing a comic book. But I think that it's gonna, if you do this and you just kind of copy that, it's gonna look pretty stale and stiff, and you'd probably be better off just painting it yourself and interpreting this mode. Also, we have silhouette mode. So if you just want to see the silhouette of something to make sure it's working, you can line it up, get it in the pose you want, and then click on this, right? So we have the, sorry, let me make sure I'm clear on what I'm clicking on. There's a sphere underneath the light bulb. We have the sphere, and then we have the comic book mode, and then beneath that we have the checkered pattern, right? The sphere that's checkered pattern, and this is going to give us our our silhouette mode, so we can make sure we like how the silhouette is working. Okay, so let's say that we find one that we really like, we get it in the pose we want, and it's working for us really well. Okay, I'm gonna put it right about here. If we click this camera button over here, and it's gonna open up a check mark and an X. If we hit the check mark, it will save that image for us, and if you go to your photos, it will be saved in your photos, and you can upload it into Procreate or whatever and use that as a reference photo. So anyways, I hope that was helpful and useful for you guys. I really like this app. It's helped me a lot. It's called Art Pose. I believe it's about $7 or $8, maybe $10 on the App Store. I can't remember. It's totally worth the money though. It's virtually a live model at your fingertips, and it's really great. So yeah, if you like this channel and you like this video and you want to see more, then be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment, let me know what type of tutorials you'd like to see more of in the future. Also, I just barely released my course on how to digitally paint and draw eyes, and for anyone that's a subscriber, that's completely free. So if you're not a subscriber already, be sure to subscribe, and if you are a subscriber, then get on that and get access to that free course. I go really in depth into how to paint different types of eyes from humans to creatures and how to draw them, and just how to think about them in a 3D form. So anyways, thanks for all of your support, and I hope you guys have a great day.